Happy Friday! Welcome to Beans. I'm Shelley Van. This is my co-host Dan. How are we doing today?
Doing well. We're back.
Episode 24.
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost to 25.
That would be the case.
That'd be the next one.
Yeah.
We've been off for a little while. I don't think we've done a show in over a week.
Yeah, Memorial
Right.
Day and
Friday we weren't in office.
We were just screwing around.
Yeah. So appreciate you all coming back and hanging with us. And we definitely have the emoji. Drop an emoji in the chat. Show us what you're vibing with today.
Yeah, put that back on screen.
Yeah.
You can just share mine. Yeah, how are we feeling today? It's Friday. It's getting warmer, finally, up here in Chicagoland. Although smoky today.
Is it smoky? I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't really notice.
Fires in Canada are going to be smothering us in smoke.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a...
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah.
I don't like fire. It's a natural process, but
Yeah.
it's scary.
It's bad for your lungs.
I'm the biggest wuss. You know how sensitive I am. I was like, oh, I smell it. My lungs burn.
Shelley had an allergic reaction walking into a restaurant.
Just being around the food. I didn't even have to consume any. That's how sensitive I am. Well, what's your vibe for the day? Your emoji vibe?
My emoji vibe is Mog.
Mog.
And Mog is basically the pointer with the cat.
I've got the dollar sign on my tongue because I have my ETH liquidity pool finally kicked back in.
Nice.
Because if you look at, I have my, you can see my screen. Okay, reset. You can see my phone screen. I'm connected to Uniswap through the tastycrypto wallet app, and my ETH and USDC liquidity pool on base. Look, because I started this like in February maybe. Look how long I was out of range, and then finally I shot back up.
Let's go. Okay, so what view is that on the app?
On the app?
Like where?
I'm
what are
in the
you?
DeFi browser.
That's Uniswap?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Scroll up though. Oh.
So this is Uniswap from within the wallet.
Okay.
So if I go back out, here. I'm in the DeFi browser tab in Uniswap. And then you go to pools. It's like using, it's just like a browser inside the wallet. Just makes it easy to connect to things.
Yeah, I just, that view is like, doesn't tell me anything about like deploying an LP.
Oh,
Like I thought, yeah.
So,
oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have much in this one.
Okay.
But it's nice that it's on. And on $812, $12.50 in like 2 days.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
Not bad. And again, I guess, let's see. Oh, this is the 1 month chart. If we go to a year, I came in like February-ish, so the last jump of when it was in range, that's when I started it, and then it just fell out of range for a while. But
I think ETH is coming back. I think ETH definitely underperformed for a while, but I do think we're going to see a resurgence here. Ton of companies are going to deploy the strategy playbook on ETH.
Ooh.
So GameStop bought Bitcoin, but there was another company that some big ETH whale bought the company, publicly traded company, and he's going to try and do like the treasury, like
That's
basically
right.
like it's just like an Ethereum vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Like they bought like a zombie company, and like it's just a zombie publicly traded company that just doesn't do anything, just runs on debt, and they're going to just buy ETH with it. So they're running the Michael Saylor strategy playbook, and they're going to do it for ETH. So hopefully we get like a bid here, TWAP bid. So that's kind of the whole, like the Saylor put on Bitcoin is everybody's like, oh, well, MicroStrategy will just buy billions of dollars of more Bitcoin. Maybe ETH we'll see that happen.
I mean, I'm here for it. I think that would be great as an ETH holder. Cool. Shout out to everybody in chat. Love seeing the vibe faces. Although I don't know if YouTube is coming through. Have we determined that it is or not? Oh yeah, it is, because I can see them. So yeah. Shout out to Gary. Hello. Rami. Laura Tavares, my mother. Logan. Runs on debt. I want that on a shirt.
Runs on debt. Ether.
No, just me. I run on debt.
debt.
That's funny. So, what are we talking about today, Dan?
So, I think we're going to get into a new concept here that is kind of taken the crypto Twitter by storm, and that's MINDSHARE. Mm-hmm. So, we'll go through and we'll do a ELI 5 about what that is, give a definition, show you why it's important, show you why a lot of crypto projects, crypto personalities, influencers, really where the attention is. You can track that with MINDSHARE. Mm-hmm. You can track what's trending, what people are talking about, what projects are popular, what people are popular. It's something I don't think that they don't really have in like a traditional sense. Like it's something very unique as a metric to crypto, I think, or at least they've defined it. We've defined it.
I think we have more tools that are dedicated to it.
To it, yeah.
Because I think you could. Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's just go.
All right, so I'll do ELI 5.
Yeah,
so.
Go ahead. Read the definition of MINDSHARE, please.
So MINDSHARE, it's the level of awareness or attention a brand, idea, or product commands in the public's mind, especially relative to its competitors. In crypto and Web3, capturing MINDSHARE means being top of mind within the community, influencing trends, narratives, and user behavior. Like examples of this would be BaseChain or Solana's. Solana always had, big MINDSHARE. Obviously, Bitcoin is number one in the sense that everybody
talks about
it. It's the thing you're plugging the most if you're just kind of like a crypto influencer. But where I think where you really have to pay attention and where I think you really can get some good information using this metric is when newer projects or pre-token projects are launching, right? Mm-hmm. So if you've been participating in the space for a while, you know that, contributing to these pre-token projects, you're looking to get a portion of that token airdrop when it goes live. So one way to track that is MINDSHARE, right? Like, what are the hot projects? What are people talking about? Mm-hmm. That is something that has kind of always been around crypto Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. But to your point, now that AI has taken us by storm, and like there's a segment of like InfoFi, they're calling it. Mm-hmm. So there's these tools like Cato, Cookie. You're able to tap into a social graph, see who's people, like see this open graph of people connected, what they're talking about, where the attention is.
Yeah,
right.
Attention.
It's kind of like meme stocks too. If you're,
it's like market share of people's minds and attention.
Yes, market share of people's minds and attention. Great way to put it.
So I think in traditional markets, this has been like, what's in the news, right? That's how we were measuring MINDSHARE. What are people talking about? Headlines. Now, in addition to headlines, it's what are individuals talking about, because with social media we can track what people are talking about, what's trending on Twitter, what's trending on pick a platform. And so let's get into some of the tools that measure this, because I think it's really interesting from a cultural perspective that culture moves money, I guess. And so as an investor or someone looking to dabble, what's popular,
right? But also, like, you're spot on with like culture moves money. I would say that like MINDSHARE front runs what price action.
Yes.
Like, and I think that's true for really anything. If you're plugged in and you see like some new news hit, or you see like people that have huge followings, influencers, researchers, investors, and they're all, flocking to an idea or topic, and you can see that grow over time, price follows that, right? Mm-hmm. And then it gets, it builds upon itself. So I think this is a really interesting metric that I personally believe is very specific to crypto. Now, maybe in traditional asset classes or Web 2, there's something similar. I think maybe like intent, or, a lot of traditional Web 2 is very like advertising heavy or like SEO heavy, whereas like I find crypto the metrics to be more like real time and more like peer. I don't want to say like peer to peer, but the conversation's happening and you can track what what people are talking about. As opposed to like gaming it with like ad spend or something. That's my point. Is
right.
You know, Web 2 companies can spend a boatload on.
Well, it's controlled by marketers. MindShare is like, no, what are the actual people
talking
thinking?
about?
Yeah.
And I think that loop, right, of project wants to get some hype, they're pre-token, right, or there's some NFT coming or some payoff or you know, something you can participate in as an individual contributor to an ecosystem, using your Twitter, using whatever it might be. If you're talking about it and you can track that, then you can, the wealth effect for you grows, right? I think like we saw that with Zora when we do our Zora drops. We saw, you know, crypto Twitter is obviously the main hub for that. But yeah, I think this is an interesting metric to follow.
I agreed.
Yeah. So let's pull up the cookie.fun dashboard, because I want to show you where you could track this. So this is a tool that came on the scene, I want to say a year ago, and it was originally tracking AI agents, right? So they have a dashboard for AI agents, which are, you know, tokens that are tied to AI launches. But with this new metric, MindShare, they've changed the platform to track what people are talking about, right? So here's you know, trending projects. It gives you kind of just a live feed of what has good sentiment, what has bad sentiment, how much people are talking about certain things, this MindShare metric, and then the project here. So, you know, Laudio, pre-TGE, and TGE means token generation event, right? It's a project that is going to build hype to go into their token launch.
Okay.
So has about 16% of MindShare currently. And, you know, you can track the sentiment, you can track, you know, how it's performed over the last couple days, weeks, months, and then, you know, it tells you whether or not it has a token. So Solana, obviously, Solana has a token. It's, you know, 8% of MindShare, and, you know, you can see how it's trending. So it does this for basically any crypto project or crypto-related influencer.
Now, sorry, scroll back up for a second. Keep going. The sentiment. How is that being measured? Is that just the content that's being shared? Is it positive? Is it negative? Or are people voting on bullish, bearish?
Let's look, because I bet you there's documents that tell you what that measures. So let's see.
I think, just as an example, if anybody's familiar with DOG, the rune on Bitcoin, it was a free and fair airdrop to runestone holders. If you participated early in ordinals, you may have received a runestone, and then if you were a runestone holder, you received the DOG Go to the Moon airdrop. It was free and fair, distributed evenly, and the community around that is so loud on Twitter specifically. But like, talk about MindShare. My goodness, the sentiment is like positive, because it's just in your face if you follow the $dog ticker on Twitter. But I'm just curious if there's like an AI situation reading the content and attributing a sentiment score, or if it's just the manual, you know, when you go to like CoinMarketCap or any of the others, you can click the bullish bearish button.
Yeah. I'm sure that there's some proprietary way they're measuring it. I can't seem to find like any type of.
I've teabagged myself twice now.
Nice.
Like literally. So,
nice.
Sorry, my little snail holder has failed me.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some way they're measuring it, or they're pulling.
Yeah.
You know, they're probably pulling from like the X API, and, you know, just sort of like parsing. They're probably using AI to parse certain things, and you know, this is BNB, Binance's token. I just clicked on it. It was, a top one. Kind of gives you price here, MINDSHARE and sentiment, and then it has a feed on the side. So like anything in real time tweeting about it, or top tweets rather. And then they have this thing like smart engagement and top voices. So I guess the way I read that is it's able to
Who's talking the most about it?
Who's talking the most about it, but is it like an authentic verified account, right? Because obviously one of the big issues in this space is just like bots. I think, in the past a lot of projects have been able to like game sentiment or game engagement. And I think this gives us like a clear, idea of, are real people talking about this? Where are they located? What type of following do they have?
Do I want to follow them because they're
right
talking about something I'm interested in?
So like CZ, that's the founder of Binance,
so
right?
Click on that.
Top, top follower in crypto. So
from here, this is their cookie.fun account, but then right there you can click on their Twitter.
Yes.
So click on that, and then
it just takes you to Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can log in. Oh, log in with X. I don't have that downloaded yet. Yeah, and it kind of gives you like smart followers, smart engagement, and I think that like idea of it filters for real people. I think like real verified accounts on Twitter. So, bad sentiment. What's going down. And this is in the last 24 hours. So, I think this is an interesting tool to add to what you're tracking, right? Maybe you're using charts, maybe you're following certain accounts. I think this really gives you an excellent picture of what are people talking about, and is it is a project in the top of mind of crypto users.
Yeah, awesome way to perhaps try and have a gauge on like what behaviorally is going to happen next. Like, okay.
Well, here's what's interesting.
You just switched to
I changed it to year to date right here, and obviously Bitcoin, Ripple, hype. Okay, we got it. We got in on hype.
Yes, we did.
Here's Shelley was talking about Dog, which is basically a meme coin on Bitcoin. Pepe, Cardano, right? Like, I think these are big projects that command a lot of mind share throughout the last year. And then you look at bad sentiment, Jail Stool, right? Like, remember that blow up? We were doing that, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
Pump.fun, which I find this really interesting because Pump.fun in the beginning of the meme coin run up 2024, so last year, that was probably top of mind, and it's kind of died off a little bit. So this Cetus, this got hacked. This was a Sui, yeah. And you can just look down here, and I think it makes sense, right? Year to date, Bitcoin, Sol, ETH. That kind of makes sense to me. That's looking back, hindsight's 2020, but looking back, it's like, okay, Bitcoin's king. Solana definitely had most of the mind share from like the meme coin stuff, and then ETH has always kind of lagged behind. That's and then you can kind of see on a longer time frame what's stuck around, right? So something that I think is interesting is Abstract. Abstract's a new chain that's more of like creator focused. Like these virtual pump fund Abstract, I expect these to kind of run a little bit more. So they're kind of in the middle of the pack for this top 25.
We need to loop back and look at what Virtual's doing because there's a whole lot of fun things happening over there.
Last month it's been
look
on.
At the sentiment is up. Is it 223,000?
Yeah.
I need to pay closer attention to this because I hadn't looked at Virtual in a while, and I'm a Virtual holder, and I invested in a bunch of AI agents, and I think we have a clip from Beans that's like, I'm 3 days late, and that felt like 4 years too late. But yeah, Virtual's like took off, and then when Trump launched his meme coin, and then the whole and DeepSeek came out, and everything just
Boom.
bottomed.
Yeah.
Now everything's starting to recover a little bit, but all this time, like, what do they call it? Not a bear market, a build market, because it's like, we're not going to be negative and focus on all that crap. People are just building. So now I went back to virtuals and was like, oh my goodness, there's all these activities you can do. You can stake your agents, and oh my gosh, there's points. So we're going to do an episode on that very soon.
Yeah, I stupidly sold my virtuals. I think, I faded it really hard. I was like, okay, the AI meme craze is over. AI agent craze is over. Let me rotate into some other stuff. And
well, that was probably the smart move. I just held like diamond hands. I need a pair of diamond gloves because that is who I am as a person. Diamond, diamond, diamond. So, sometimes it works out.
At least you have conviction.
I do.
You'd probably be a good investor.
Runs on debt. Going to be my shirt.
Shelley runs on debt.
Just kidding. Anyway,
I do want to log into this though. Maybe, do you have your Twitter? Are you logged into your Twitter over there or no?
Not on here, but we do need to do that.
Because there is, I want to see because the opinion leaders are interesting to me. Is that they're tracking like actual like accounts of people giving research, opinions, thoughts that seem to get a lot of attention. So that's something I want to definitely look at. It's just I'm not logged into my Twitter. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll switch to your screen real quick.
Yeah, let's run some giveaways.
Yeah.
We got some friends over here. Hello, everyone. Frank Grimberg in the house. How's Lily doing? Hello, Logan. Mac Yank, Fred Arm in the house, Crypto for Retire, Bebs, Crypto Priest, Shrugs, Beloved Summer, Sonia, Wanderer. We got all kinds of friends here. So let's.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's been a little while. I know we've been off for a little while, and you haven't been able to have a show. So I appreciate you all joining us again and
getting your beans fixed.
And we'll be back. We're working on some stuff.
Oh yeah. We're cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking in the cave, as Ryan likes to say. If your name is not on this wheel, are we sharing my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good,
we
thank
are.
you. If your name is not on this wheel, say something in chat. I will refresh. We're gonna give away some USDC. Why do we have a blank one? It's funny. Running crazy, says Frank.
Oh, Frank, she's diving off the dock, huh?
That's fun.
That's awesome.
We need videos. Videos of Lily. That is my request. Crypto Priest is our first winner for episode 24. Crypto Priest, congrats. We'll keep spinning while Dan tries to log into his X account.
I'm on
You're
now.
on?
Yeah.
Nicely done. Shrugs, congrats. If you're new to the show, please make sure you jump in our Discord and fill out our form so we have your wallet address on file. Let's see, do we have... Look at me trying to read the wheel. They go... We don't have Chatal on here, so let's... At least, am I just not seeing it? Maybe it's this one. Why do we have a blank one? Very strange. Alright. Ruvanchi in the house. Hello, hello. Cess can't win. That's Dan. We were testing new things.
That's my screen name. It's my alter ego.
Cess? Like cesspool?
No, like success.
Or that. It's cool too.
I found out it means luck in Gaelic.
Oh. Okay.
But you're right, it does. It's kind of weird if people might think like cesspool, which is not great.
Deadpool. It can be cool. We need to get
Could
you,
it be cool?
We need to get you like a superhero cesspool costume.
I don't know.
Chatal, we got you.
That's I don't know.
We can do it. That'll be the meme. I will meme it.
I don't know. Your memes with Cess have not been fired.
I know. Wanderer, congrats. I did Dan Durney. he was out of town, and I was like, hey, don't hate me. I did something. And I've apologized many times since then. Do you have any fun plans for the weekend?
No, I don't think so. Just relaxing, enjoying the nice weather. Trying to engage with trying to grow my mind share.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Crypto priest again. Crypto for retire. Nice. Push. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get outside a little bit this weekend. And my sister and I are getting our nails done.
Nice.
Crypto priest again. Sheesh.
Can you like shuffle that or no?
No. It's okay. Crypto
It's just
priest.
weird that it's hitting
Yeah.
that same spot every time.
Having a lucky day. Logan, congrats. Do a couple more and then we'll jump over to you. Jay Arisen. Arisen? Do we have music on?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
Laura Tavares. Let's go. All right, one more, and then we're headed to you. Clean 960. All right.
Okay. So I was able to get logged into my Twitter account because I want us to show sort of if you log into Cookie.fun with your Twitter, you can view your own mindshare and like kind of who you're connected with. They're running a campaign right now called Snaps, and that means again very basic referral. Everyone runs this playbook, something we should be running to eventually. But you can refer people. And the more you refer people, the more snaps you earn, and then you can earn more snaps just for tweeting more, getting more engagement. So right now I have very small mind share because I don't really tweet anything. But here's my smart followers, and when I believe the metric there with smart followers is like real influential like crypto people. Right, like people that have verified accounts, they're tweeting a lot, maybe they're project founders. So about 267 follow me, and then I don't really know what smart engagement means, but there's a metric here that kind of gives you, it filters out the bots. Like we're having a really, crypto Twitter has always had a really big issue with bot farming, and that was a thing in NFTs back 2022, 2021. And so these AI tools, Cookie.fun, Cato is the other big one, although Cato is very expensive. That's what this whole like mindshare thing, and it's kind of a new segment of project called InfoFi. They're calling it information, like basically like what's your social graph look like? What's your social network look like of real people, right? What do they hold? How are they engaging with projects? You know, so I think that. Obviously, there's a list here. I can go and invite to earn, smart followers, my network tree.
Hey, search for Tasty Crypto because I did
Sure.
connect the Tasty Crypto Twitter account to this, so we do have.
I guess Tasty Crypto.
How do you search for other people?
Let's see.
I have a link to the account.
Here we go. Opinion leaders. I always find this interesting. Is just like the dashboard of opinion leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I always believe everything they say, but it's nice to maybe follow.
Oh, and interesting. You can see what they're bullish on and what they're bearish on.
Yeah. I think this is revolutionary as far as like a tool, sentiment tool. I don't know that any TradFi definitely doesn't have this. TradFi's, I mean, if you're doing TradFi stuff, you're just missing out on everything.
It's so clean.
Yeah. Did you see the story on this guy, James, or this person,
gosh.
James Wynn?
Yes. He's
high-risk leverage trader, meme coin degen called Pepe at 600K market cap. This guy put on a $1.5 billion leveraged long on a perpetual futures exchange, Hyperliquid, and he was like, I don't know, like $10 from getting liquidated. Like, it was just people were watching this because it was like such a massive position and such like a degenerate way to put it on. And really, I think he was going back and forth between like being long and short.
He was, I think, what did I hear? That he was up 87 million at some point.
Yeah.
And now he's like net 9 million. So he lost a couple of huge leveraged trades. But then there's like this whole investigation going on because they were looking on chain at different wallets to see.
Oh, this is not like just some random this is very calculated.
Yeah.
This is like he's probably making money off of.
On both sides, there's like a mirrored account.
Yeah.
So he's just playing. There's like this whole, I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but like an idea that like, oh, he's doing this to get attention, to get MINDSHARE on Moonpig, which is something that he holds.
Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to like convey is that anytime you see these like big traders like do these positions that make no sense, well, come on,
What's the motive?
Yeah, like the motive is he's probably making 10x because he got into this meme coin early and he's growing his MINDSHARE. And
I think his Twitter account went up, like he was at 100,000 followers and in one day he doubled it.
Yeah.
So like,
and so this is somebody that if you guys want to follow, James Wynn Real,
we're not
saying
promoting
do not like don't do anything as far as
I
like
think
trading.
For entertainment value.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting in the context of like this tool, MINDSHARE, is like you could see like, okay, he was pretty consistent until he started putting on this massive position. Look at it, just skyrocketed. And then you can see his social graph, what other accounts is he, interacts with him, are big and, are connected to him essentially. So, yeah, I mean, some ways you can use this too is just tracking people that you think are smart and want to maybe like be in the know about what they're doing, who they're following, how their engagement's growing. That's kind of how I would use it. I certainly would not look at this in a vacuum and say like, oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, like don't base all of your decisions on just this. This is just an additional tool in your toolbox to start learning about different projects or what people are talking about. But yeah, fascinating. I love, from a cultural perspective, what this is allowing us to do. And it makes me want to brush the dust off my personal Twitter and start getting more active with a little more intention. Because I haven't been doing much.
I'm just not, like, I have to be consistent with, like, content that I want to put out there. Because, like, I can log on every morning and be, like, GM or whatever, but I don't, you got to consistently be like, I'm going to do...
Provide value
to
your followers.
I just don't consistently post enough.
GMs are not valueless, Dan.
No, but...
Don't.
Maybe we should get back in like the Twitter Spaces circuit and just start. Maybe I should just start arguing with people. Maybe I should just start arguing with people.
Let's go.
Twitter Space.
Me and you, just fighting.
If anyone wants to follow me and increase my MINDSHARE, I'd be happy if you did.
Yeah, let's do it.
If anybody wants a referral link, I'll give you my referral link, and you can.
Dan, you're farming snaps.
I will farm. Yes, I will farm. Because
shameless.
We
should start something in our Discord though. Like if you drop your Twitter account in there, we'll
follow you. Yeah.
And grow some community. How are we doing on time? We're gonna do. Let's see. Oh, we have something to mint on Zora.
Yes.
We can run some more giveaways.
Yep.
What else do we have? We will.
This is, I also, there's another, this cookie.fun is like a data company. So they also track these AI agents.
Oh yeah, this is how I initially found.
This was their original, like they found some type of product market fit with the agent dashboard, right? So Again, same type of thing. MINDSHARE. Oh, here we go. Okay. MINDSHARE is the percentage of the total conversation volume that a particular agent has in relation to the total conversation volume of all agents.
Okay.
So I think that they obviously can do that with crypto Twitter too, but percentage of the total conversation volume that a project's getting, which is interesting. So, yeah, here we see virtual kind of took off. They have so the way you get paid access to this is you have to buy 10,000 cookie, and I think it was about $2,000. So $2,000 for a lifetime access to these tools. Not too bad. Like, you know, if you compare that to software as a service monthly subscriptions, like, I don't know, the cookie token was also at like trading at like 10 cents a month ago, and now it's back up to like 60 cents. So you know, the dynamic in the business model is really interesting. I think that's what I take out of this too, is just these like data tools. You can buy a token and have access to their platform. So yeah, interesting. Just I find it very valuable
for research.
For research, yes. MINDSHARE and market cap. Well, do you want to do some more giveaways?
I think you should mint.
Mint? Okay.
Our latest on Zora, and then we will give away that and some more USDC.
Okay.
USDC. This. Oh, what are we naming this? Bullish Dan?
So bullish.
How many O's? 4 O's. So bullish.
Or we'll do
Dan am so. Can we edit that?
what?
No? Okay.
What do you want me to edit? I can go back.
Dan is so bullish that he turned into a bull. It's
Or he's full of it.
Boomer.
Okay, that's boomer. What's not boomer?
Come on, chat, help us out.
I'm not the creative one. You're the creative one.
Come on, chat, help us out. What should this description say? So bullish. How bullish are you? Full of bull.
Oh, should I title it full of bull?
Full of bull? Yes.
When you're okay, yeah. When you are so
You are explaining the punchline. Dan, boomer, Dan.
What do you want me to say? Should I write a caption? Should I just leave it?
Full of bull? Where's my sister? She's the best at this.
Full of bull.
Sass equals boom. Shrugs.
Full of bull. ... And some other stuff.
Sass equals boomer. Haha.
Yeah.
Full of bull and boomer captions. That's what the caption should be.
Okay.
And boomer captions. There we go. Yeah. So, we will run some giveaways and do $1 in USDC plus a fat bag of full of bull.
Yes. I really got a side note. We have to do a better, like, we have to get a designer to redo our icons for social, because our YouTube icon also looks terrible.
Okay.
Sorry, I just
Random.
yeah.
Random
Like, it's
thing
just
to
like,
add to
see
the
how it's like
list?
cut off right there?
Oh yeah.
That's
I can fix that for you.
Oh, you can. Okay. Because also if
We don't need to hire a designer for that. Boomer Dan.
I wouldn't
We can
have. I
do
wouldn't have hired a
this.
designer. I just, because also on your YouTube we have a really weird looking one.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Our YouTube is about to undergo an entire audit.
Yeah.
So we will get on it. All right, share my screen if you're not already.
Yep, I am.
Okay. Reset. Jose's here. Welcome. If your name's not on the wheel, jump in chat and it will automatically be added. We're spinning for $1 in USDC plus a fat bag of Full of Bull. Full of Bull. Sonya's our first winner. Congrats. We need sounds.
I always that's on your side. So
It's my fault. See, who's this blank person? How do we have a nobody? Weird. Reroll. Reroll.
Tasty Crypto.
Carlos Xavier. Congrats. Apsy. Congrats, congrats.
Kronos.
Kronos. Congrats. Jacob Anthony. We'll do a couple more and then speed run maybe.
Yep. There's nothing else you want to show, right?
Rami. Oh, we've got plenty. We could. Cess can't win. Let's reset this. Gary. Let's go. Milana Rupin. All right, let's jump into questions. Also, first person to answer correctly will win a bag of Full of Bull and $1 in USDC. So, let me remember how to do this correctly, because I think to get the answers to load, didn't we discover that I need to like refresh something? Let's see. All right. Hoping for the best. For question 1, why is strong mindshare crucial for a crypto project's success? 1A, it guarantees the token will double in price. 1B, it drives network effects by attracting users and liquidity. 1C, it reduces blockchain gas fees automatically. Or 1D, it locks up tokens in smart contracts. Type in chat 1A, 1B, 1C, or 1D to answer. First person to answer correctly will win. Oh, I'm sore. Do you know the answer, Dan?
Yes.
Good. Good, good, good. This thing takes too long. I think we do need to get on a call with them
Yeah.
and be like, yo, what's the deal? Is there a trick to getting the answers to load faster? We got some answers in chat. We got 1B, 1D, 1C, 1A, all over the place, across the board. The correct answer is 1B, it drives network effects by attracting users and liquidity. That is the, not point of MindShare, but the benefit
Yes.
of strong MindShare.
Yes.
So, Godara? Apologies if I'm saying your name incorrectly. Was the first to answer correctly. Congrats. Next question. For investors, high mindshare around a token often signals 2A, lower volatility due to widespread awareness, 2B, guaranteed future protocol upgrades, 2C, reduced need for due diligence, 2D, increased FOMO, trading volume, and potential liquidity. First one to answer correctly will win a prize. I wonder. There we go. Now we got answers coming in. Well done, guys. The correct answer is 2D, increased FOMO, trading volume, and potential liquidity. Jacob Anthony was the first to answer correctly. Congrats. Well done.
Nice job, Jacob Anthony.
Which metric is a good proxy for mindshare in Web3 communities? 3A, number of GitHub commits. 3B, daily active members in Discord/Telegram groups. 3C, total token supply. Or 3D, the number of block confirmations per day. First person to answer correctly will win. Fluff Ball plus USDC.
There it goes.
Yeah. I don't realize how much I play with my hair when I braid it like this. I'm gonna rewatch this episode and be like, yo, Spaz, calm down. Uh-oh, I'm not paying attention. Who is answering correctly? We've got, this is not tracking correctly, which is weird. We've got a lot of people answering 3B, and it's not coming up. Well, in any case, the correct answer is 3B, daily active members in Discord Telegram groups, which, Dan, you can speak to that. There we go. First one to answer correctly was Shatal Gordara again. Congrats, well done.
Now, I feel like a combination of 3A and 3B would be like, that would be like a great metric, because if devs are building stuff and you can track the GitHub commits, but there's also a ton of activity in the community, that's pretty powerful, I think.
Yeah. Well, and 3A does say number of GitHub commits only.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question. What typically happens when a state... That's from last week. How did that sneak in here? Okay, skipping that one. How does mindshare impact DAO governance? 5A. It automatically mints more governance tokens. 5B. It increases the DAO's treasury without proposals. 5C. Ensures increased voter turnout and more aligned community decisions. Or 5D, it prevents any proposals from passing. So sorry guys, we skipped question 4 because something snuck in from last week. So this was 5, question 5. How does mindshare impact DAO governance? What are you looking at, Dan?
Twitter.
Doom scrolling?
Yes. I'm doom scrolling Twitter right now.
All right. I don't know why our answers aren't populating. Let's see if I reset. Does it work? Does it work? Stupid. We got to get that fixed. It's annoying. The correct answer is 5C. It ensures increased voter turnout and more aligned community decisions. So, first one to answer that one correctly was Wanderer. Congratulations and well done. Excuse me. So strange that this one snuck in there. All right, we will continue to work on that. Is there anything else you'd like to cover before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. Let's see how we got 3 holders now.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. We'll be back on Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about you? Anything you want to cover?
No, I'm excited to get back into the normal swing of things and provide more content here. Shrug said there's a lag on X. Maybe it's the X.
Yeah.
Jump in our Discord. Talk to us. If you have ideas for shows or guests you'd like to see on Beans, throw them our way. We're always listening. And thank you all for being here. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Engage with the Tasty Crypto account too. We're always looking for people to help us with the show, help us grow our mind share. You know, we'll notice you if you engage with us, so we'll engage back. So appreciate everyone being here, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday.
See you guys. Peace.